Hi guys, it's Kino. Welcome to another video. So today's topic is kind of fun. At least I think it's fun. I don't think I've ever done this on my channel before, but we are going to be seeing when it will happen. Now, what is it, you might ask? It is literally anything. It's any event that you guys want to know about. In today's reading, we're gonna see when it will be happening for you. So it is gonna be pretty straightforward. This is probably gonna be a quicker reading. And there are so many options, as you can see, because I wanted to make it so that you're able to ask about several different events. But this is not going to be one of those readings where I'm really like diving deep into your situation and trying to figure out what it is, because everyone's going to be asking about a different event and you will obviously know what your event is. So rather than me just like trying to guess what your situation is, we're just going to look at the energies surrounding your situation. So are the energies flowing smoothly? Are there maybe some obstacles? What's going on with the progress of this event? And then we're gonna see when it's gonna happen, and that's it. That's the reading. Before we get into it, there's a couple things that I want to clarify, like a couple disclaimers. So of course, while I'm saying you can ask about literally everything, I would like you to keep in mind that I, and pretty much every other reader, I think, will not read for matters of life and death. So please do not ask about that kind of thing. This reading will not work for that. And also, in general, with these types of readings where the reader doesn't know what you're asking about, like a when is it going to happen, or yes or no would be another example of this, it tends to make more sense if you are asking about a situation that is favorable, that you want to happen, you know? That way I can stay consistent, and like if it's happening fast, we're like, yay, that's great. If it's happening a little bit more slowly, then we say, okay, you just need to be patient. I feel like it would be quite difficult to read how fast or slow something is with complete neutrality. I mean, if you really feel like you want to ask when an unfavorable event is going to happen, I will not stop you, but I just kind of feel like maybe it would make more sense if you're asking about something that you want to happen. And then the other thing is, in each reading, I am planning to provide several different time frames, because again, the nature of this reading, you will all be asking about very different things. So I will provide multiple time frames, and then it will be up to you to use your intuition or even just your common sense to know which time frame applies to you. So an example of this would be like, if in the reading the two time frames that come out are like a week and 2 years, and you're asking when am I gonna get married, and you're single, like it's probably not a week, it's probably gonna be 2 years. Well, I don't know, maybe you will get married in a week, but that's that's where you'll have to use your intuition slash common sense. So please pick the one that feels right or that makes the most sense for your situation. Yes, I think that is everything. So without further ado, let's give you guys a look at each of your options. There are 8, first time on the channel, I think, 8 readings for you guys to choose from. I'm gonna show you each of these beautiful crystals one by one, and please pick whichever one or ones, however many you would like, that are calling to you. Number 1 is Botswana Agate. Number 2 is red calcite. Number 3 is quartz geode. Number 4 is Aventurine. Number 5 is blue Chalcedony with fluorite. Number 6 is green calcite. Number 7 is Celestite. And number 8 is red cat's eye. Okay, so as always, take all the time you need to pick. You can pause the video if you need to. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with number 1. Hi number ones, so if you guys chose the Botswana Agate, this is going to be a reading all about when the event you're thinking about will happen. If you haven't watched the explanation and disclaimers part in the intro of this video. I would recommend that you watch it so that you can get the most out of this reading. But we are going to start off the reading by taking a look at the energies that are surrounding your situation. So basically we're going to see how the progress is going with regards to this event. Are the energies flowing smoothly? Are there maybe some blockages happening right now? And what is the energy like between you and the other side, the event that you're waiting for, the situation, the person, the experience that you are waiting for? And then we're gonna get right into the timing and see when it's gonna happen. So that's the reading today. It's gonna be pretty straightforward. So yes, without further ado, let's get right into it. We're gonna start off with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And this will give us our first look at the energies surrounding your situation. And all of the cards, I'm shuffling everything live today, so take this time to focus on the event that you're asking about. For group number one, what is the dominant energy surrounding the situation that they're asking about? Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups. I was gonna say, the way that the deck was shuffling, it did feel like there was some kind of apprehensive energy or some kind of confused energy. It felt like things were progressing a little bit messily, for lack of a better word, and like you may have trouble understanding what's going on with this event or with this manifestation. With the Eight of Cups here, I feel like this is representing your energy. This could be a situation that you've walked away from, at least physically, you've moved on from it, but your mind or heart are still kind of lingering on it. Or this could be you on the verge of walking away. Maybe at the time that you find this reading and are watching it, you're like, I'm pretty much checked out, I'm pretty much ready to walk away, but I just want to, you know, I just want to see one last reading, or I just want to check one last time. It feels like a situation that you guys have likely partially or mostly kind of given up on, and you're just checking if there's like any last hope or any last chance. This is definitely the feeling I'm getting from the Eight of Cups. So with that, we're going to take our next deck, the Intuit Tarot, and see what the energy is like. It's like a you versus them, but the them is just whatever you're thinking about. So this could be a person, an organization on the other side, or actually the energy of the event itself that is coming to you. So can we get a card to represent group number one's energy with regards to this situation? We have the Three of Wands, manifest your dreams, big developments, level up, travel for pleasure, work or love, manifesting, and forward progress. So I'm getting the feeling, group number one, that this was something that, and I don't know if I should use present or past tense. I think it is. I think it's present tense. I think this is a big dream of yours. It's something that you invested a lot of your emotion in. It's something that would mean a lot to you if it came true. But the progress of this manifestation, I feel like it's just been a lot of ups and downs. Messy was the word that came to me. Like there's times where you feel quite certain about it, and then there's other times where you feel uncertain. And I think it's kind of taken a toll where you're like, yes, I care a great deal about this. This is really something that I want to manifest, but I also don't want to like sit and wait around here if nothing's happening. And this is why I think the Eight of Cups is coming out here, showing you guys considering walking away, or you're on the verge of walking away. So let's take a look at the energy of the event that you're waiting for. What card can represent the energy of the event that group number one is waiting for? And we have, okay, so this is the King of Pentacles in reverse. I do take reversals with this deck just because they have very like detailed descriptions for each orientation. And we have ruled by materialism, greedy, possessive, hasty, miserly, disloyal, jealous, stubborn, and ungrounded. So it's interesting that in this card, and I guess it makes sense because it's a court card, but all of the keywords here are keywords to describe a person. So what I'm kind of seeing here for you guys is that other parties involved in the situation, so a specific person or an organization who is involved with the event that you're wanting to happen. It doesn't look like you're dealing with the best person or the best people. It looks like they're a little bit selfish, even though that's not like one of the keywords here. When I read this description, it sounds like someone who is a little bit selfish and who honestly has a lot of growing to do. And this might be one of those situations where the universe is actually protecting you from something that will give you more, and it sounds kind of harsh, but like give you more stress than it's worth. So if I could give an example, and again, I don't want this to be about me like guessing what you guys are asking about, but just to give an example so that it's easy to understand this energy, this would be like somebody wishing for a job at a certain company, not knowing that maybe the people who work at that company are not the best people. It would be kind of honestly a toxic environment to be in, or wishing for union with a specific person when that person really has a lot of growing to do and would not bring the best energy into your life. And this might be one of those situations where if you let go of specifics, like specific people and specific destinations, ironically, this would actually get you what you want faster. So rather than saying, I want to manifest a relationship with this person, just saying, I want to manifest a beautiful reciprocal relationship, I want to manifest true love, whatever form that might come in. I feel like this group might be attached to their manifestation coming in a certain form, but that specific person or place or organization that they're after just doesn't have very good qualities. And so the universe is like, I can't give this to you because I see in your heart that this is not what you want. You want pleasure, you want love, you want to level up your energy. Of course, you want something that feels good, and this is not going to feel good. That's really the vibe that I'm getting with this King of Coins in reverse. But with that, let's take a look at time frames that could be relevant for you guys. So now we are using the Accurate AF Tarot, and like I explained in the intro, we're going to be taking, I don't know if I said the specific number in the intro, but we're going to take 3 different time frames, a short-term one, a mid-term one, and a long-term one. And it's interesting that the deck is really taking its time. I really feel there's some kind of divine protection going on here. Let's start by pulling a time frame for this specific person, this specific place, this specific thing that you're after. So we have the 10 of Swords and the Queen of Wands. It's very interesting. Look at the keywords that we have on here. Karmic lessons and only upwards. So it really feels like the person, the place, the thing that you guys are asking for right now was just a karmic lesson. It was meant to teach you something, and then it was meant to exit your life. The 10 of Swords is a card about endings, completion. I feel like this is a clear sign that it is time to let go of whatever you are asking about. And then we have the Queen of Wands, which talks about tenacity. I feel like this is indicating you guys holding on quite tightly. And with generosity here, I feel like this is Spirit saying you have given so much of your energy to this situation. You have invested so much of your time, energy, emotional labor, mental energy to this person or to the situation. And you know, generous, it's like maybe you've been quite forgiving here, you've been quite lenient here, it's almost like you've been overly tolerant for this less than ideal energy. I don't know, I just feel like the situation that you're asking about could not give you what you deserve, and maybe would not make you happy like you're imagining it. And that's not to say the happiness that you're imagining isn't out there. I think it very much is, but I feel like it exists in a different place, or it exists in different people or in a different person. With that being said, there could be developments with the specific situation you're asking about quite soon, because swords and wands are the two faster suits out of tarot. I am going to keep in mind though that the deck was taking quite some time to shuffle, so rather than interpreting this as 10 days, I would likely interpret it as like 10 weeks. So I would say 2 months, or maybe 2.5 months. But I also want to pull a couple of cards for other opportunities that are available to you, because that's where I really feel the energy trying to gently nudge you. So we also have the deck taking a bit of time. We have the Three of Cups with compassion and happiness. And the Ace of Wands with ambition and willpower. Okay, so this is really interesting that we have a 10 here representing endings, and we have an ace here representing new beginnings. For group number 1, I do feel like it is time for a new beginning for you guys. Like it's time to let go and pursue something else. If you really feel like you want to wait for this specific event or this specific person, this is the time frame for that, the 2 to 2.5 months. For something new, we have Three of Cups and Ace of Wands. I feel like this is also quite soon. Wands are very fast. Cups are a little bit slower, but they're more of like a leisurely slow, not like you're waiting forever. I would say this is 3 to 4 months, so it's really not that much of a difference between these two. I think what I could say for you guys in terms of advice, if you really are like wanting to see what happens here, it's a good thing that these are not that much of a difference in time. So if this situation, this person or whatever, this other party does come to bring you this offer, I think all you would have to do is wait a little bit, because I feel like literally just a month later, a different opportunity could be presenting itself to you that is much better, that makes you feel very happy, that makes you feel energized. I feel like this is a situation that has drained your energy quite a bit, and this is a situation that is really going to recharge you and energize you and make you truly feel the happiness that you deserve to feel. So I would say, even if this situation does come up, just wait a little bit. Just wait a little bit. This could even be, yeah, like 3 weeks to a month after this. So just wait a few weeks, because I feel like other opportunities would come up. And if whoever or whatever this is like rushing you or trying to push you, I feel like that's even more of just a bad energy, because what's meant for you will not pass you by. What's meant for you will not stress you out, will not put pressure on you. What's meant for you is going to be gentle and compassionate, and is going to fuel you, and is going to reciprocate energy to you. So that is my 2 cents on the matter. It's like, yes, what you want is coming soon, but if you wait just a little bit longer, even better things would come to you. And if you assess your options and you still really want to go here, that is of course your choice, but Spirit is gently nudging you to just wait a little bit longer for something better that is coming. Okay, so this is what I see for you guys, group number 1. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I regularly post weekly pick a card readings as well as new moon and full moon readings. And I also have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song, so if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. Group number 1s, I am sending you guys so much love to your spiritual team as well. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye! Hi number 2s, so if you guys chose the red calcite, this is going to be a reading all about when the event you're thinking of is going to happen. If you haven't watched the explanation and disclaimers part in the intro of this video, I would recommend that you do watch it so that you can get the most out of this reading. But today's reading is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to start off by taking a look at the energy surrounding the situation that you're asking about. So basically, how is this situation progressing? Is the energy flowing smoothly? Are there maybe some blockages happening right now? And we're going to take a look at your energy versus the energy of whatever you're asking about, whether that is a person, a place, an experience. It will be kind of like a you versus them. And then we're going to get right into the timing. Yeah, so let's get right into it. We're going to start off with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And all of the decks I'm using today will be shuffled live, so take this time. Let me try that again. Take this time to focus on the situation that you're asking about. Okay, group number 2. What card represents the dominant energy surrounding group number 2's situation? We have, whoa, the 8 of Cups. That is exactly the same card that group 1 got. That's so strange. I do want to mention, as the deck was shuffling, I think it actually happened twice, that the Ace of Cups kind of like lifted up like this and just peeked his head at me but didn't come out. It was like he was like wondering if he should come out. He was considering it, but then he didn't. But I did want to talk about the Ace of Cups because it was a card that showed itself to me. The Ace of Cups does represent a new beginning that will bring you a lot of happiness, that will bring you a lot of fulfillment. It can talk about a new relationship, or it can just talk about a new chapter of your life that is a lot more peaceful, where you feel a lot more balanced and a lot more taken care of. So it feels like this group is waiting for something of a new beginning. I also wanted to point out that even though you guys did get the same card as group number 1, the deck was shuffling a lot more neatly. It was a lot more easy to hold it and shuffle it. The cards were behaving in the same direction. which means that you guys are very much on the right path with what you are asking about, with what you are waiting for. It is very much in alignment with what your soul wants. So I think the only thing here is just like a matter of time. It's just a matter of patience. The Eight of Cups, it is giving me a little bit of a similar vibe to group 1 in the sense that you guys might be wondering if you should just give up, if you should just walk away, if it's really worth it. And I feel like this is just because you've been waiting for quite some time, and it's hard to be patient through all this time, especially when you really are longing for something and you really care about something. So I feel like for this group, this reading is going to be a confirmation that you're on the right path, that you are pursuing the right things, that you're wishing for the right things, the very things that your soul wants and that your soul is calling out for. And it's really, really just a matter of time. So with that, let's take a look at the you versus them energy. So now we're going to use the Intuit Tarot, and we're going to pull a card to represent you and a card to represent whatever you are asking about. So for group number 2, what card would best represent their energy? We have, the Three of Swords with deep emotional pain, grief, disillusionment, sorrow, depression, heartbreak, misunderstanding, interesting, tears, and loss. This could also be, the Eight of Cups with the Three of Swords could also be this group worrying if they have ruined their chances at having this event happen or at manifesting what they want. Because the Eight of Cups, it can have a little bit of a meaning of an ending because it is walking away and moving on from something. So some of you guys could be worrying, like, have I ruined my chance? Have I missed this opportunity? Like, has this opportunity already passed me by and I'm just gonna have to live with knowing that and like thinking about what could have been? That's definitely one way I can interpret this, but I really do feel that for some of you it is just like the wait has been so long, and that wait in itself is what has been bringing this sadness and this emotional pain. But the word misunderstanding is really jumping out at me here. This could be you misunderstanding the situation, like thinking that everything is doomed, thinking that this event is not going to happen, and this is the universe telling you that you have misunderstood, that things are still very much on their way to you, and like we're still, like it's still a go. If you still want it, it's still a go. This could also be referring to a misunderstanding that's happened between you and another person. I don't want this reading to be too much about me like guessing what you're asking about, but for those of you who have been through some kind of like separation or something like that, there could have been a misunderstanding or a miscommunication that you're really beating yourself up about, and the universe wants you to know that nothing has been ruined or nothing has been lost permanently, and this situation can repair itself. It could also be like misunderstanding or miscommunication in terms of like technical difficulties, delays in processing. Those kind of little hiccups or mistakes could be delaying a situation, but the universe wants you to know that everything is very much underway and is very much making progress. So let's take a look. Woo, see how quickly these came out? Both of these cards came out really, really quickly. The decks are behaving very quickly, very certainly, very smoothly for this group. And with the King of Swords, we have mind over matter. Do it by the book, truthful, wise, legal matters, regimented, rational, stern, precise, candid, detached, eloquent, and logic. I feel like some of you guys are maybe asking about some kind of process coming through, like with legal matters. It's making me think of like an application being processed, or like something being processed by an institution, and like you're waiting for the results to come out. And maybe this misunderstanding is like, oh, this, you know, for it to take this time, it's very normal, or like these kinds of delays, these kinds of processes are normal, and everything is going to be okay. I don't know what's on the other side here, but if it is like an organization or an institution on the other side, I feel like they are doing everything by the book and they are being honest with you in terms of the progress, and whatever like bumps in the road or delays are going on here, like it's kind of routine. It's like these things do happen, but as someone who knows what it's like to wait for these kind of processes, especially when you're emotionally invested, oh my gosh, it can feel like torture waiting for the results to come out or waiting for the process to be finished. If this is like an individual or a person on the other side, they are likely just taking time to think things through. I think that they do want to come towards you, or they do want to come back towards you, but they want to think things through properly, so that they know that exactly what they want to say to you, and that they're not like acting impulsively or getting carried away in their emotions. Like they want to come back to you from a cool, rational, level-headed place. So honestly, whatever you're asking about, I do see that the time that it's taking is very much part of the process. This time is not just like the universe arbitrarily making you wait. If it's taking time, it's because things are happening. It's because parts of the process are happening. It's not the universe withholding things from you. I feel like that could maybe be a misunderstanding. So like I said at the very start, like it was quite evident that this is really just a matter of time. But with that, speaking of time, let's get into our third and final deck to see when this event is going to happen. So I mentioned in the intro that I would be taking several time frames. I kind of did it for group one. It ended up a little bit different. Sometimes you have to just go with the flow of how the reading is going. But my intention for this part is to pull 3 cards, and we're going to get a short-term timing, a mid-term timing, and a long-term timing. You might want to claim one of them. You might want to claim all of them for different steps of this journey. You're very welcome to do that as well. But my idea for this is because since everyone is asking about different things, you know, a really long time frame might not make sense for what you're asking about, or a really short time frame might not make sense for what you're asking about, depending on your situation. So please feel free to claim any or all of the timings that come out here based on your situation. So for group number 2, let's start off with a short-term timing. And we have the Ace of Rings, and we have recognition and success. I like that we have another ace coming out here, because we did have that Ace of Cups that was just like peeking his head out at the beginning of the reading. So there is a new beginning coming for you guys. And interestingly, we had the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles, which Cups and Pentacles are the slower 2 suits of tarot. So there is a feeling of you guys needing to be patient, or you have been very patient. And these keywords like deep emotional pain and mind over matter, it's very interesting. I feel like being patient in this situation is really a mind over matter type of situation. It's, you know, being able to convince yourself is not the right way, but I guess like convince yourself of the truth that like everything is progressing smoothly, everything is okay. Just because it's taking time, it doesn't mean something has gone wrong. I feel like it's mind over matter to get over this kind of emotional pain. I think it's interesting that we have like a ring on this card as well. There could be some kind of commitment that is being made when this event happens, like a contract that is being signed, or like a long-term steady offer, or a new beginning that is going to change your life, not permanently, but for the next while, like for the next significant chunk of your life. This could also be your financial situation improving, or your material status or your lifestyle improving as a result of this event coming. But yes, because this is the short-term time frame, but because it's Pentacles, I would go with a month as opposed to like a week or a day, because Pentacles are generally like the longer unit of time. So for our shortest timing, we have 1 month. And what about our midterm timing? For group number 3, our midterm timing is the 6 of Swords, with resolution and moving on. So travel could be significant here, or improving communication and improving your mental health could be significant here. This I would read as 6 months, assuming that it's longer than the Ace of Pentacles. And for our long-term, timing for group number 2, we have number 10 with the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel called to say, like, I do think this is 10 months, but I feel called to extend it to like a year, like 10 months to a year. So 1 month, 6 months, 1 year. I kind of want to give this a year too because of the wheel. Like the zodiac wheel represents a full year. Maybe with the number 10 here, that's indicating that it could be a little bit less for some of you. But yes, these are the timings that we have. So again, you may want to claim all of these as like different steps of your journey. So for example, just a hypothetical example, this is when my visa application will be done. This is when I will get the results back, and this is when I will take my trip, or something like that. Or like I said, certain timeframes might make more sense depending on the situation you're asking about. I spoke about this a little bit in the intro, but like, for example, if you're asking like when you're going to get married and you're single, like 1 month probably wouldn't make a lot of sense, so you might want to go with the later one. But yes, it's up to you guys, any and all of these that you would like to claim, but these are the timings that I see for you guys. So group number 2, I am going to end your reading here. Thank you very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post weekly pick-a-card readings as well as new moon and full moon readings. That will be linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment. And I also have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song. So if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. And I just saw 1616, by the way, in case that is relevant for you guys. Group number 2, I'm sending you guys so much love to anyone who may be on the other side of what you're wishing for as well. And to your spiritual teams, once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number 3s, so if you guys chose the Quartz Geode, this is going to be your reading all about when the event you are thinking of is going to happen. If you haven't seen the explanations and disclaimers part of this video in the intro, I would recommend that you watch that just so you can make the most of this reading today. But this reading is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to start off by taking a look at the energies surrounding the situation you're asking about. So basically we're going to be seeing, how is this situation progressing? Are things moving smoothly? Are things maybe a little bit blocked right now? What's going on? We're also going to look at your current energy versus the current energy of whatever it is that you are waiting for, whether that is a person, an opportunity, an experience, whatever it might be. It's going to be like a little you versus them kind of situation, and then we are going to get into the timing. So yes, let's get right into it. We're gonna start off with the Rainbow Heart Tarot, and all of the decks that I'm using today are going to be shuffled live. So take this time to focus on the situation you are inquiring about. Okay, group number 3. What is the card that represents the dominant energy surrounding group number 3's situation? Okay, we have the 10 of Swords here. So there's a couple different ways to interpret this card, so please feel free to claim one or the other or both. This can indicate a situation that is coming to an end. So there might be some of you who are wanting to know when something will end. I'm assuming this is probably like a stressful situation, when you will be able to get out of a stressful situation, when this is going to be over kind of vibes. It could also be like asking about a reunion or a reconciliation regarding something that has ended. But another meaning of this card that I see sometimes is basically overthinking something to the point of exhaustion, like really, really mentally draining yourself. So this could be Spirit's way of saying to this group that maybe some of you have really been thinking about this situation too much, like really, really been blowing it up in your head. And that is not to say that the situation you're asking about is not important, but it's not worth, this is Spirit's way of saying that it's not worth stressing yourself out so much over it. Our brains are very sneaky, and I feel like the more attention we give something, the more we think about it, the more our brain likes to come up with all of these wild scenarios of like bad things that could be going on or terrible outcomes that could happen. And it's like the more we read into something, the more we can make up all of these terrible scenarios. And so I feel like some of you guys, your brain might be kind of like, what is it? Your imagination might be running away with you and kind of making up negative scenarios that won't happen or that aren't happening. This is kind of giving me 9 of Swords vibes as well, like expecting the worst or reading into something too much. And again, it's not that the situation isn't important, and it's normal to be a little bit nervous or a little bit worried, but I feel like this really shows thinking something, like thinking yourself to exhaustion, completely draining yourself. So this could be more indicating like your emotional state, or like I mentioned before, it could be indicating more like the nature of the situation, like something is coming to an end or something has come to an end and we're waiting for a new beginning, we're waiting for a reconciliation. But yes, the 10 of Swords, this is our card to represent your situation. So with that, we're gonna pull a couple of cards to see your energy and the energy on the other side. So the energy of the event, the person, the whatever that you are asking about. And for this, we're going to use the Intuit Tarot. This is one deck that I do take reversals because there's like distinct explanations whether it comes out in the upright or reverse. So for group number 3, what is a card to represent group number 3's energy? We have, this is the the person is upright. So of course, this is the 2 of Coins in the upright, a balancing act, adaptability, prioritize, juggle, back and forth, quick decisions, and financially adept. Interesting. One thing that is coming to my mind with this, just going back to the interpretation of possibly giving this situation too much of your attention or allowing it too much to control your mental state. The 2 of Coins can talk about like multitasking, juggling many things, or having too much going on. Maybe you guys are finding that you are thinking about this situation so much that it's like distracting you, or it's like preventing you from being present when you are doing other stuff, like when you're working, when you're spending time with people. The person on the Ten of Swords card looks pretty distressed, and I definitely know what that's like when you're just so preoccupied with something that it's like hard to focus and be present with other things. And interestingly, I'm just noticing like the reversed interpretation of this is like overwhelmed, dropping the ball, scattered. I feel like there could be a little bit of that going on. And it's interesting too that the Two of Coins person is facing away from the Ten of Swords, which really is coming through like Spirit wanting you guys to release this burden. Like this is not something that Spirit wants you to worry about. Like Spirit wants you to know that everything is going to be okay. With any ending, there always comes a better new beginning. And if the ending is what you want, everything comes to an end. So everything is going to be okay in this situation. This can also be, you know, with a balancing act, with going back and forth. You guys might go back and forth with like feeling hopeful about this situation and then feeling hopeless, trusting the universe and then doubting, feeling like you should wait, feeling like you should move on. There could be a little bit of like indecision going on here as well. But let's take a look at the card to represent the other energy, the energy of the other side, so to speak. What is a card to represent the energy on the other side? The event that group number 3 is waiting for. Interesting. Look at this. 7 of Wands, worth fighting for. That is very straightforward. Make a stand, face it head on. It's my life. Don't back down. A hater's gonna hate. I like that one. And liberty. I didn't really point this out for the other groups, but I feel like pointing out the zodiac signs here, just in case. We have Capricorn and Leo coming through here, and then eagles make me think of Scorpio because eagles are one of the symbols of Scorpio, so those could be relevant zodiac signs in your situation. But yeah, this is a very straightforward message that this situation is worth fighting for. And with this, like, make a stand, face it head on, don't back down. I feel like whatever mental anguish or nerves or anxiety that you guys are going through, you will be able to fight it. You will be able to push your way through it. And this is a worthwhile fight. So I feel like this situation could actually be an amazing lesson for you guys of learning how to conquer these negative emotions and learning how to not let them control you. I feel like there is that sort of lesson embedded in this situation. Some of you guys also, this back and forth, this may be you guys waiting for something that you really want. And it's like on one hand, you really want it to happen or you really want to pursue it. But on the other hand, you're worried if you should really go for it. Maybe you're worried what people will think. So, like, for example, this could be someone wondering like when their dream career is going to come true, but at the same time, they're like simultaneously worrying, is this really the right career for me? What if people judge me for my career choice? What if I disappoint the people around me by making this choice? So there's kind of like these mixed feelings going on within you that could also be a source of like stress and mental anguish. But the 7 of Wands is saying, don't back down, keep fighting for what it is that you want because it is worth it. You will conquer your negative emotions. You will get the outcome that you want. And anyone who has anything to say about that, you just attack them with your eagle talon. I'm just kidding, don't attack them, but don't pay them any mind. Yeah, so, oh my gosh, look what's at the bottom. 6 of Wands, congratulations, victory, recognition, success, pride of achievement, confidence boost, and milestone. Woo! This is a big card about success. It's also a card that I often associate with like, yeah, recognition or like fame or being admired for what you're doing. So this is maybe an important message for you guys. I also find it interesting that like astrological, oh my god, and the Ten of Cups underneath this. Storybook ending, we're taking this one too. Storybook ending, harmony, blissful relationship, emotionally fulfilled, stability, idyllic, peace, and divine love. This is the energy that you guys are moving towards. I wanted to say, I thought it was interesting how like, we have like Jupiter here and we have Leo here, and then they come together and forms the Six of Wands. So maybe there's like some collaboration going on here, like you're gonna get help in achieving what you want, or as part of your manifestation coming true, you're like coming together and fusing with someone. But yeah, what beautiful cards. So the moment we've all been waiting for. Let's see when this is going to happen. So I'm going to pull, well, I'm planning to pull 3 cards. We'll see what happens, because sometimes the reading just does something different. But my intention here is to pull a short-term timing, a mid-term timing, and a long-term timing. And you are free to claim any or all of these timings. You may want to claim them as like different steps of your journey, like when you're going to reach different milestones on this journey, or there may only be one that really makes sense in your situation. I kind of spoke about this in the intro, but some timings like just won't make sense for what you're asking about. Like, I don't know, if I ask, when am I gonna leave my house next, and I get like 80 years, that doesn't make sense, right? So, well, I don't know, but that was a dumb example, but you guys know what I mean. So feel free to use your common sense and pick the time frame that makes the most sense to you, or use your intuition for whichever feels right, or claim several of them if that makes more sense for your situation. Okay, so let's start off with a short-term timing for group number 3. That's a lot. So there's a lot happening really soon for you guys. I'll keep that in mind. And ooh, we have Judgment. So Judgment has the number 20 on it, with revelation and awakening, and Judgment indicates a very significant change or transformation. And especially with the visual in this deck, this portal, it looks like you guys are like stepping into the unknown. So a very exciting new beginning is coming for this group. I want to keep in mind that we had that like explosion of 1,000,000 cards of 1,000,000 cards falling out. I feel like a lot of stuff is going to be happening for you guys at this time very quickly. So with the number 20, maybe it's 20 minutes, I don't know, check your phones. But no, I would say this is likely like 20 days. So within, and I want to say within the next 3 weeks, things are going to be happening. So it could be 3 weeks, it could be sooner. For a midterm timing, we have the Dawn of Rings. Ah, is this the page? I think this is the page. Page of Pentacles and the 3 of Wands. So this would be, given that this is 3 weeks for our short term, this would be 3 months. And interestingly, the Page of Pentacles can indicate, and actually the 3 of Wands too, an offer or an opportunity coming your way that is kind of pushing you out of your comfort zone, but allowing you to develop your skills. So it's interesting. It kind of matches with the theme of like stepping into the unknown. This could also be indicating somebody who is coming towards you with an offer, even though they're scared. Even though there's a part of them that doesn't feel ready or that feels scared, they're being bold and they're going for it. And for long-term timing, for long-term timing, we have the Spirit of Rings, which I think is the King of Pentacles. Oh wait, no, This is the Knight of Pentacles. I lied. Okay, for the long-term timing, we got 3 court cards in a row, which is kind of, yeah, and then the bottom of the deck is also a court card. Obviously, when we have a court card as opposed to numbers, it's a little bit difficult to say specific time frames. So it looks like for those of you who are asking about more long-term endeavors or like very, very big things that you're trying to manifest, this timing is not set in stone, or this might be a matter of waiting for divine timing. Maybe around these times that we said here, 3 weeks or 3 months, maybe you will get more information regarding the farther steps of your journey or regarding the bigger things that you're trying to manifest. But for those of you who are on a more long-term journey, it looks like this specific timing is not available right now. It's like when you, oh my gosh, like when you go on the UPS tracking app and it says information not available. But like it's not set in stone, or it's not available right now, or it is to be known at a later time. But if we look at the meaning of these cards, we have the Page of Swords. So this information will be, maybe you're learning about this information around this time. Like you're learning about, for example, like you're getting a job offer here, and then you're learning like how long it's going to be at this time or something like that. I don't know. It's also hard to say when I don't know what you're asking about, but just know that with the Page of Swords, you will get this information soon. With the King of Cups, this usually King and Queen of Cups give me a feeling of like, trust your intuition, trust divine timing. The answers will come to you through your intuition. But with this endurance here, I do think that for those of you who are on more long-term journeys, patience is going to be required. And there will be some uncertainty along the journey, but it's definitely going to be worth it for you. Did I call this the King of Pentacles again? Whatever, Knight of Pentacles. It will require patience and endurance, but it is going to be worth it. But yeah, this one is not set in stone, which is the first time that this has happened in this reading. But even with the bottom energy being a court card, it's like really clear. Like I'm not gonna pry for this one, but I feel like you'll get this information soon. You'll get this information around these timings. Yes, so group number 3, those are all the messages I have for you, so I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post weekly pick-a-card readings as well as new moon and full moon readings, and I have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song, so if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. Group number 3s, I'm sending you guys so much love to whoever might be over here on this side of your journey, and to your spiritual team as well. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number 4s, so if you guys chose this cute little aventurine heart, this is going to be a reading all about when the event you're thinking of is going to happen. If you guys haven't watched the explanations and disclaimers in the intro of this video, I would recommend that you do that so that you can get the most out of this reading. But today's reading is going to be quite straightforward. We're going to start off by taking a look at the energy surrounding the situation you're asking about. So basically we're going to see how is this situation progressing? Are the energies moving smoothly? Are there maybe some blockages? Just what's the energy like in general? And then we're also going to look at your current energy and the current energy of whatever it is that you're asking about, whether that's a person, an offer, an experience, whatever it might be on the other side. We're going to look at that in a sort of you versus them way, and then we are going to just get right into the timing and see when this event is going to happen. So we're starting off with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And all of the decks used today, I am going to be shuffling them live. So take this time to focus on what it is that you're asking about. Okay, group number 4. What is the card to represent? Whoa, should we take all of them? Yeah, sure. So this maybe is a complicated situation, or there's just a lot that Spirit wants you to know about it. For some context, I have been just pulling one card for the other groups when it comes to like the dominant energy of their situation. But for this group, it looks like we have 3. So we have the 2 of Swords, we have the 9 of Cups, and we have the 10 of Cups in reverse, which I do feel like keeping in reverse. And I'm gonna, actually it doesn't really matter, but I feel like this is the main situation that we have going on here. There's someone who is being indecisive, and I'm not sure if this is you or someone else involved in the situation, but someone is definitely struggling to make a decision. And usually, well, not usually, sometimes the 2 of Swords makes me think of like analysis paralysis, and I feel like that kind of applies in this situation. So someone is just like overanalyzing their choices to the point where they never come to a conclusion and they never end up taking any action. What this person's main concern is like, which choice is going to make me the happiest? But what I'm kind of seeing for this person's energy is like, they have something right in front of them that would make them very happy, that would make them very content. But at the same time, they have this nagging feeling that maybe there is something out there that is better. That's what I see with the 10 of Cups in reverse. And this is interesting to me because a long time ago, I don't feel like I do it that much anymore, but I used to say a lot with the 9 of Cups, like, it's the 9 of Cups, but it's not the 10 of Cups. I don't know why, but it just came to me a lot. And that's like literally what we're seeing here. It's the 9 of Cups with the 9 of Cups in the upright, but it's not the 10 of Cups with the 10 of Cups in reverse. Honestly, looking at this energy, I am not sure if the way this person is thinking is accurate. I guess that's up to them to feel their way through it. I also think it's quite interesting that we have the 2 of Swords, which very often tells me like, this is not a situation that you can analyze and come to a logical conclusion. This is just something that like, when you know, you know. When your heart tells you, you'll know the answer, and you just have to feel your way through it. And then we have all of this like abundant cup energy, which is all about emotions. I can give just a hypothetical example of this. This doesn't have to be your situation, but just to, you know, better illustrate what this energy might look like applied to a real life situation. Maybe someone has gotten a job offer, which is, you know, pretty freaking good offer. Like, it has good pay, it has good benefits, has good schedule, a decent amount of like paid vacation. It's good. They feel good about it. But they can't help but feel like maybe there's a better offer out there. So there's that indecision of like, should I go for this job offer or not? And then I feel like there's also this 2 of Swords energy where this person is torn, like, is there really something better out there, or am I just having cold feet to like accept this offer? Or am I just being like overly idealistic? Am I just, you know, am I just being, I don't know what the word is, but like, am I ignoring something really good that's right in front of me because of some other thing that might not even exist or that might not ever come? And so there's this feeling of like, should I take the 9 of Cups that's right in front of me, or do I hold off and wait for this 10 of Cups that might not even exist, or that might not even come find me? And honestly, I don't I am not getting any information as to like what is the right answer. So maybe that's something that if this is you, like that you need to feel your way through, or that the other person, if this is someone else, needs to feel their way through. Because another example that was coming to my mind is like someone who has an opportunity for a beautiful love connection right in front of them, but they're like, oh, I don't know if I want to commit to it because I want to keep my options open. But like it's like they don't actually have other options. And I'm not saying that in a mean way. It's just like they're placing this importance on hypothetical options when they have what they want right in front of them. It's just like the notion of having options, or the like idea of having options, that is making them indecisive. Maybe I'm not explaining it well, but or they're like, you know, there's never going to be perfect circumstances. There's never going to be like an absolutely perfect time to go after what you want. So maybe this person is using like holding off for the ideal situation as like a coping mechanism to stop themselves from taking action and getting hurt. They're like, oh, I'm just not going to take action because I'm waiting for something better. But that something better never comes. And it's just that they're afraid of going after what they want, of going after the 9 of Cups in front of them. So I'm not sure which one it is. It could be different because, you know, there's many people who are watching this group and you're asking about different situations. But that's the kind of indecision that I see here. That's the kind of like torn between two energies that I see here. And again, like, I don't know, this could be you, this could be someone else, but this is what we're dealing with right now. So with that, I want to take a card to represent your energy and a card to represent the energy of the other side, whether that's a person, an organization, a place even, or an opportunity or an experience. And now for this, we're going to use the Intuit Tarot. For this deck, I'm also going to use reversals because it has like explanations written out based on which position it comes out in. Woo, okay, so on your end, we have Temperance in reverse, and it says lack of perspective, excess, impatient, discord, imbalance, antagonism, and self-indulgence. So yes, it does look like we have a little bit of impatience on your end. And with this lack of perspective, and with this being Sagittarius energy, sometimes there's a need, when we're in this energy, sometimes there's a need to like zoom out and look at the bigger picture. So for example, this could be an energy where like we're impatient because we're like, I want it now, I want it now. But then if we zoom out, we realize like there's a lot of people involved in this situation, or there's a lot of like components, a lot of people or a lot of things will be affected, and a lot of things need to be working together for this to happen. So we need to be patient for now and like wait for the other parties to work things out. Sometimes like zooming out and considering what other parties might be going through, or just remembering how complex the situation is and all of the things that need to line up in order for this to work, that can help us bring back that perspective. If I can give an example of this, like I had to ship something recently, and you know, from my little perspective, all I care about is my one item getting to where it's meant to go. And I'm like, what's the holdup, you know? But if I zoom out a little bit and I think of like the shipping company, like their work is probably really hard and they're probably really swamped, and I'm not the only person who has a package to ship. They probably have like hundreds that they have to deal with, and there's so many like pit stops on the package's journey, and so many people who are like doing their job and doing their best, and all these things have to work together. Whereas on my end, I'm just like, just get the package there, you know, because like I'm not involved in that process. So maybe zooming out and thinking about like all of the people involved or everything that's happening to get your desired outcome to you might help you to be more patient or help your ego to understand a little bit more. And then for the energy, ooh, okay. For the energy of whatever is on the other side, we have the Chariot with strength of will, forward movement, determined willpower, success, control, action, travel, focus. So this something or someone is definitely on its way to you. It's definitely moving forward, full speed ahead. I heard like, I'm moving as fast as I can. And that could be a message from someone's higher self as well. Like if this is a person on the other side, I'm moving as fast as I can. I'm also noting that both of the horses are white, which is like an interesting variation because we would normally have a white animal and a black animal to represent like yin and yang. But maybe this is indicating like a sense of certainty in the Chariot, or like there is only light in this situation. We're moving forward, we're going for it. So yeah, there's a feeling of like, I'm moving as fast as I can, but like on your end, there's a little bit of impatience. I also want to mention that Sagittarius and Cancer energy could be significant for this group. And also I want to mention that both of these are major arcana. So whatever you're asking about, I can see that it is very important. It is a very big, significant situation in your life. And so I can see, I can see why you would be like getting antsy. So this is not a judgment. This is just observing your energy and providing advice of what could maybe help navigate this uncomfortable emotion. So with that, let's get into our final deck, which is the Accurate AF Tarot, and this is where we're going to be looking at the timing. So I do intend to pull 3 cards for this part. Could be more, it could be less. Like we saw in the first part of the reading, you guys got 3 when I meant to just pull 1. So I'm intending to pull 3, but I'm also leaving it open to what Spirit wants to do. But my intention is to pull a card for short-term timing, a card for mid-term timing, and a card for long-term timing. You can claim just one of these based on what feels right for your situation or what makes the most sense for the situation that you're in. Or if it feels right, you could also claim 2 or even all 3 of them, and think of it as like the timings of different steps in this journey, especially if what you're asking about is something complex that has a lot of like checkpoints or a lot of milestones along the way. You might feel called to claim more than just one, but that's how we're gonna do it. So group number 4, let's start off with a card for your short-term timing. We have the 10 of Swords. So this is clearly 10 days. And honestly, Swords is the fastest. So if it makes sense for your situation, this could even be like 10 hours? 10 seconds? No, 10 minutes, maybe. It really, really depends what you're asking about. But if you're like, when is so-and-so gonna text me? They could text you in 10 minutes, you know, but of course, this depends what you're asking about. If you're like me and you're shipping a package, maybe it's not 10 minutes, but rather 10 days. But Swords is fast. Swords deals with the fast units of time. So this is like 10 days at the most. Oh my gosh, ah! Oh, and then the keywords that we have is karmic lessons and only upwards. So this is Spirit's way of saying to you, it's only going to get better from here. So let's at a card for our midterm timing. We have the Seven of Cups with speculation and opportunity. So because this is a longer timing than what we see here, I'm going to say that this will be indicative of 7 weeks, and I will round that up to 2 months, because with water, with cups energy, it can be a little bit slower sometimes. So I'm saying 2 months for the midterm timing. And then for the long-term timing, we have the Nine of Cups. Oh, and interestingly, we have the Hermit at the bottom. Oh my God! And the freaking Ten of Cups, which is like the exact cards that are here, the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Cups. I was just gonna say it's interesting that we have the Hermit, which is another 9, and that we also have contemplation and soul searching, because that's what's really necessary here. That's what's really necessary to navigate the situation. It's not analyzing, it's not making pro and con lists, it's not asking other people what they would do. It's looking within yourself and finding the answer within your soul. Wow. But yeah, I thought it was interesting that we have the double 9 and then we have the 10. Because this is going to be a longer time frame, I would say that what we're looking at here is 9 to 10 months. But with the Hermit present here, I don't know when you guys are going to be watching this video, because of course it's timeless. But Virgo season could be a significant time for you guys as well. Maybe not the upcoming one, but the next one. Or if that falls around this time of 9 to 10 months, Virgo season could be significant. But I'm trying to not use like months or like zodiac seasons anymore, because I don't know when my videos are gonna go up anymore. So I just try to use like in this many months, in this many weeks, because then it's very, very timeless. But anyway, if Virgo season is relevant for you guys, it is here. But yes, group number 4, these are all the messages I have for you guys, so I'm gonna end your reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I regularly post pick a card readings. That will be linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment. And I also have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song, so if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. Group number 4, I'm sending you guys so much love to whoever may be on the other side of this situation, and much love to your spiritual team as well. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. Hi number 5s, so if you guys chose the blue Chalcedony and the Fluorite, this is going to be a reading all about when the event you're thinking of is going to happen. If you guys haven't watched the explanations and disclaimers at the intro of this video, I would recommend that you do watch them just so that you can get the best out of this reading. But today's reading is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to start off by taking a look at the energies surrounding the situation you're asking about. So basically we're going to see, how is the situation progressing? Are things moving smoothly? Are there maybe some blockages? Just what's going on in general. And we're also going to take a look at your current energy versus the current energy of whatever is on the other side of what you're asking about, whether that is a person, a place, an offer, an experience, whatever it might be on the other side. We're going to look at its or their energy as well and do a you versus them kind of situation. And then we are going to just see when this will happen. So yeah, let's get into it. We're going to start off with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And all of the decks used today are going to be shuffled live, so use this time to focus on what you're asking about. Okay, so for group number 5, what is a card that represents the dominant energy surrounding their situation? We have the Chariot. Okay, that's an awesome card. That's an awesome card to come out. And not only is this a card that indicates speed, but this card actually came out pretty quickly. And you guys know I also pay attention to how the deck behaves. So we have very strong indications of things moving quickly for you guys in this situation. This is definitely showing me that energies are moving smoothly, that everything that is meant to be moving is doing what it's supposed to do. When we have the Chariot, in order for the Chariot to move forward, we need both of these horses to move forward and put in equal effort, because if one horse is like put in everything they've got and one horse is slacking or is just standing still, the Chariot's just going to move in circles. So we need both horses to be given her equally, and so that is what is happening in this situation. This shows me that you are putting in the necessary action to make this happen. Whoever or whatever energy is on the other side is also putting in the action to make this happen. So it looks like things are moving really smoothly, and it looks like you're going to be seeing the outcome you want, or see changes or results, whatever it is that you're looking for, quite soon. This is also a card that can talk about, oh, first I want to talk about this person guiding the Chariot, because if this is you and this is the other energy, then this would indicate like a spirit guide or a higher being who is guiding you. So this tells me that the objective that you're moving towards is also in alignment with what your higher self wants for you, with what your spirit guides are guiding you towards. Like, you're very much on the right path. And this is also a card that is associated with the zodiac sign of Cancer, which is a very intuitive sign and also quite tenacious, if you think of like their little crab claws clinging on to something. So the vibe I'm really getting from this group is like, you know what you want, you've got your sights on it, you can feel intuitively that it's right, and you're moving in the right direction. And then the other thing I was gonna say is that this is a card that indicates like victory and public recognition and big goals being achieved. So whatever it is that you're attaining here, you could be gaining recognition for it, whether that's like an award, admiration from others, celebrating or congratulatory wishes from others. It's like something's becoming official and like everyone's happy about it. So yes, let's, that was a very easy, straightforward energy to read. I feel really good about this energy. So let's take a couple cards now from the next deck. This is the Intuit Tarot. I am going to be taking reversals for this deck because this deck is really cool and it has like explanations for upright and reversal. So we're going to take one for your energy, which is this horse, and one for the energy of the other side or the other party, which is this horse. So let's get one card to, whoa, wow. We have the World in the upright position, the end of a chapter, achievement, success, which we were literally just talking about, sense of belonging. So you could be getting like accepted somewhere or recognized somewhere, accomplishment, integration, wholeness, fulfillment, and travel. Oh my gosh. So when we talk about the end of a chapter with the World card, this is like, it's not so much like the release type of end of a chapter. It's more like fulfillment, completion, achievement, Like it's like a graduation of sorts, or like we finally achieved a really, really big goal. So it really looks like whatever this situation is that you guys are asking about, it's something that you have been putting a lot of efforts into. It's something that means a lot to you. I just heard it's like something that you identify with quite strongly. And whatever this is, it's not going to be like, not only you are going to be happy from this. This is really something that's going to be celebrated by your loved ones, by your social circle, by your community, even by like a larger community. You should be really, really proud of yourself for reaching this goal. And for the other side, we have Nine of Wands with a test of faith. So this could be a situation that really has been testing your faith. We have courage, boundaries, grit, determination, faith, endurance, holding the line, persistence, maintain. I kind of feel like this is the energy of both of you. Like both of these are your energy, and both of these are the energy of the other side. It's like maybe things have been hard. Maybe the situation really has tested your faith. You've had to be brave. You've had to be determined. You've had to like hold on and push through even when things didn't seem super hopeful, but you made it to the end. You succeeded. And that's like the Chariot too. Like you're overcoming obstacles and you're reaching your goal. I'm hearing a message from the other side though of like, I won't give up on you, or like I'm fighting for you, or I'm still fighting for you, or I will fight for you. There's that feeling of like not letting go and not giving up. So whether this is a person, an organization, a place, an opportunity that's making its way to you, it's like it won't give up on you, or they won't give up on you. Yes. I also feel like travel could be significant because we literally have travel here, and then we have Sagittarius on this card, which is an indicator of like foreign lands, foreign cultures, travel, expanding your horizons. So yeah, you could be dealing with someone who's from a faraway place, or you're going to a faraway place, but I wanted to mention that. But now, without further ado, we are going to the when part of the reading. So in this part of the reading, well, it hasn't worked out like this for most of the groups, but my intention was to pull 3 cards. One card for a short-term timing, one card for a midterm timing, and one card for a long-term timing. There may be more cards that come out, but basically I wanted to provide multiple time frames so that you can choose based on your intuition or based on your common sense, like of the knowledge of your situation, like what makes sense for your situation. Me struggling to say it for the 5th time. Like for example, if I'm asking when am I going to have a baby and it says 6 days, that won't make sense for me. Or like if I ask when is my dinner gonna be ready and it says 12 weeks, that also doesn't make sense. So like common sense and also just your intuition of what feels right for you. You can pick one of the 3 timings that come up, or if it feels right, you could also consider all of them as like the timings of different steps in your journey. So it's very much up to you. But yes, let's shuffle the deck. We're using the Accurate AF Tarot for this part, and let's see what comes up. So for group number 5, we're starting off with a short-term timing. And we have the 6 of Rings, and it says generosity and assistance. This is also a card that makes me think of reciprocity. It also makes me think of soulmates and soulmate unions. And it also makes me think of promotions. Whatever it is, you're getting an offer, you're getting help with something, you're moving up. We have the number 6 here, and this is Pentacles. So Pentacles tend to indicate longer units of time, but obviously this isn't too long because we are looking at a short-term timing. So I would say that this is 6 weeks. So let's look at a midterm timing, and we have the number 4 with the 4 of Swords. It says solitude and healing. Whoa, okay, this is really interesting. What we're seeing here very clearly is that it's like the more people put in effort, like the more people help you, the faster it will get done. Whereas with solitude, if you do it on your own, you will still get there, but it will take longer. So don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to like follow up with people, you know, like, hey, I'm just checking in, like, what's going on? Because it's like, the more we move our butts together, the faster things will get done. So like, yeah, ask for help, communicate, follow up with people. Don't be afraid to like take some action, or don't be afraid to give people nudges if they need to be nudged. Yeah, that's what we're seeing here. Okay, first, I'm just kind of rethinking this. I said 6 weeks. Again, depending on your situation, it could be 6 days. And then with the 4 of Swords here, this could be like 6 days and 4 weeks. And then like it's longer if you do it by yourself, or it could be 6 weeks and 4 months. And again, longer if you do it by yourself. So now for our long, that's funny, the Chariot. Yeah, that's the card that wanted to come out. That's the card that flipped over. That's funny. For like a long-term time frame, I feel like whatever you guys are asking about, it's not very long-term. At least it doesn't feel that way. Let's pull one more just in case. And then, oh yeah, we have the Spirit of Swords, eagerness and tenacity, which is like exactly what we've been talking about here. And this is, the Spirit of Swords is the Knight of Swords, which is also, like, these are literally the 2 fastest cards. Also, I would also put the 8 of Wands here. Those are like the fastest freaking cards in tarot. So that's funny. I was pulling a card to like confirm, is it really not like a long-term thing? Is it really not going to take that long? And then this came out. So yeah, it's really not going to take that long. If I do give a longer term time frame, I guess we could use the number 7, which is on this card. That could be an indication of like 7 months. 7 years probably only makes sense for very select situations, but I really don't feel for this group, like most of you are not asking about something that is going to take that long. We could also say from the Knight of Swords, the season of winter, and we even have snow on this card. So whenever winter is for where you are in the world, that could be a significant time. And also Cancer season. Because we do have the Chariot here, which is a sign of Cancer. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, I think Cancer season is winter, so that kind of would match. But yeah, it looks like you guys will not have to be waiting for that long. And I just want to show you the card that's at the bottom here, the Ace of Cups, because it's like a happy new beginning. Yeah. Oh, and we also have the Lovers, alignment and harmony. Spirituality, fulfillment, alignment, harmony. I feel like the Lovers is also, the Lovers, the Chariot, the 6 of Pentacles, it's all a sign that you and the other side or the other party are like in alignment and you're both moving forwards together. This could be a love situation because there's a lot of love in these cards. And yeah, it's a happy new beginning where like you're overflowing with joy. So I'm really excited for this group. These are all the messages I have for you. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post weekly pick a card readings as well as new moon and full moon readings. And I have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song, so if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. Group number 5s, I'm sending you guys so much love to whoever might be on the other side of this situation, and much love to your spiritual teams as well. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye! Hi number 6s, so if you guys chose the green calcite, this is going to be a reading all about when the event you're thinking of is going to happen. If you guys haven't listened to the explanations and disclaimers at the intro of this video, I would recommend that you do watch that part so you can make the most of this reading. But today's reading is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to start off by taking a look at the energies surrounding your situation. So basically, how are things progressing? Are the energies moving smoothly? Are there maybe some blockages happening? And just taking a look at what's going on in general. We're also going to look at your current energy versus the energy of the other side or the other party, whatever you're asking about, whether that be a person, an organization, a place, an experience. We're going to look at like a you versus them type of energy, and then we are just going to get right into the timing and see when it's going to happen. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And all of the decks I'm using today, they will be shuffled live or like in real time. So use this time to focus on what it is that you're asking about. Okay, my group number 6s. What is a card to represent the dominant energy that surrounds group number 6's current situation? Oh my gosh, yay! We have the 10 of Cups. This is an amazing card to come out here when we're talking about your overall energy. Some of you guys might be familiar with this card, but basically this is the card that talks about your happily ever after, that talks about all of your wishes coming true, that talks about your emotional needs being fulfilled, your heart just being full to the brim with love, and your situation is truly everything that you could ever ask for and more. And this is Spirit's way of saying to you that every last thing you are wishing for, not only is it going to come true, but it's going to be even better than you could have ever expected. And something about whatever is happening here, it's really, really going to fill you up with love. So like, the end outcome of this situation is like you get to do something that you really love, or you get to be with someone whom you really love. This can also talk about like a happy family life, a happy home life, just being completely emotionally fulfilled and just being full of love. It's like your happily ever after, your wildest dreams coming true. So really beautiful card to come out right off the bat, and a very straightforward message for you. That whatever you're asking about is going to make you very, very happy, and it's likely going to be even better than you expected. So awesome. Let's move on to the next deck. So we're going to use the Intuit Tarot next, and here we're going to do like the you versus them type situation. So we're going to take one card to represent your energy and one card to represent whatever or whomever is on the other side of this situation. With this deck, I am going to take reversals because this is a really cool deck that has like the meanings written for each position. Okay. My group number 6s, we're starting off with such a beautiful energy. And I do want to mention one more thing about this 10 of Cups. because we're about to do like the energy check of you versus them, I feel like these two people, like this is you on your side and this is them on their side. This can be a person, this can be a job, this can be a place, this can be an experience, but it's like both sides of the equation are creating something beautiful together, which I love. It's like both sides are on board, both sides are feeling really good, and something amazing is going to come of your energies fusing together. This is giving me similar vibes to group 5. I don't know if you guys were also drawn to group 5 or if you're coming from group 5, hello. But they got a different card, but it was also like super positive, super exciting. There was that emphasis of the two sides really working together. Okay. So let's start off with a card to represent your energy. A card to represent group number 6's energy. Okay, we have the 8 of Wands. This is in the reverse position, and it says, is it? Yes. And it says slowing down, lack of focus, lost momentum, energy block, on hold, delays, stall, take time to align. Okay. And then on the other side, we have trouble ahead, storm brewing, no progress, returning from travel, delays, slow healing, bad to worse, instability. Okay, so we have delays coming out on both sides, and there was a very clear message that came through for your side. I just want to mention we have Sagittarius and Aquarius here, which could be significant, and then also both cards are Mercury, so maybe you guys like have the same Mercury sign, or you have Mercury in these signs, or Gemini and Virgo could also be significant. Okay, so the message that's coming through for your side, and it's interesting because I feel like at first the card was like this when it was flipped over, and I was kind of like, and I did end up turning it over. I feel like this is an energy of losing steam. Things were once moving quickly for you, and now you're kind of slowing down. And I think that this is actually Spirit asking you to take a break. I feel like you guys have been working really, really hard towards your goals, both in the spiritual and practical sense. I feel like whatever this is that you guys are pursuing, you have been taking all of the actions necessary and putting in hard efforts. And I think you've also been putting in efforts on the spiritual side. So you've been manifesting, you've been healing, you've been doing inner work. It's like you've really been doing everything. But I feel like Spirit is asking you to slow down because everybody needs to take a break sometimes. But I feel like what's happening here with you guys is like, it's almost like you're afraid. You're afraid of slowing down. You're afraid of taking a break because like, what if I lose progress? I can give an easy example of this. It's not necessarily your situation, but it's just to illustrate how this energy applies to a real life situation. An example of this would be somebody, let's say somebody is a bodybuilder. Of course, when we are doing physical exercise, we work hard, but then we also need to rest adequately. We need both to grow and to become strong. So this would be someone who is like really, really working hard at the gym, like they're going 6 days a week, they're really exerting themselves, and then maybe they get sick. Maybe they catch a cold and they don't feel well. And so like deep down they know, okay, I should not be training right now. I should be allowing my body to recover. But there's this part of them that's like, yeah, but if I slow down, then I'm not going to reach my goals. Or if I slow down, it's going to set me back significantly. And so even though like their higher self is telling them to rest, Spirit is telling them to rest, like it's okay to slow down. That's what I feel with this, because the 8 of Wands too, it can have this feeling of like you're doing too much is going on. But I feel like you guys are afraid, like you're afraid to slow down, or you're afraid to let go. You're afraid to let go and surrender because it's like, what if I lose progress? What if I fall off the wagon? What if I lose this opportunity? And Spirit is saying it's okay to take a slower approach. And in fact, it's okay to completely let go and surrender. This is a water card. This is a cups card. And especially with this river in it, it's making me think of just going with the flow. Just go with the flow of the lazy river. I feel like you guys have maybe been trying to push ahead. If we go back to the bodybuilder example, they might have thought something like, oh, if I train for twice as long every day, I'm going to get results twice as fast. But then that doesn't turn out to be the case because they fatigue themselves and now they have to take a very long break. So it's okay. We need to take these little breaks here and there. And this is not meant to like scare you, but like we need to take consistent rest, because if not, our body is going to make us rest at some point, and it will likely be for much longer than if we had just listened to our body in the first place. So anyway, all of that to say, it is safe for you to let go. It is safe for you to slow down. You will not lose this opportunity. You will not lose what is meant for you. Even if you don't do like your manifestation rituals every single day, or you don't put in efforts every single day, it's okay. You're not going to lose this. That's really important for you guys to know. And then with the Six of Swords over here, we have trouble ahead. So I feel like the other side of this has run up against some difficulties. Again, I am not sure what you guys are asking about in this situation, but for example, if this is a person you're waiting for, they could be going through some things right now with their job, with their mental health. They just need some time to get their stuff in a row. If this is like a company that you're waiting to hear from, maybe they had a little mini disaster at the company and they need to solve some issues before they can get back to the applications that they have stacked up. Or maybe there's been some technical difficulties or logistical issues in a process that you are waiting for. So there's been some kind of hiccups on the other side. So if you have been feeling delays or distance from the other side, I feel like this is why. There's some technical difficulties, some bump in the road came up. It's that feeling of like something came up and I have to deal with it, and I will get back to you when I'm done dealing with it. And I think what's important here is to not feel like you have to overexert yourself and pick up for like the slack that is happening on the other side. It's like, again, this is not even a realistic example, but just to illustrate the energy, this would be like if your flight is delayed and you're like, okay, I guess I have to sprint to my destination. I guess I have to walk there. And the universe is like, no, oh my gosh, like, it's okay. Just relax. It's okay. Like, you're still gonna get to your destination. They just need to do whatever with the plane. They need to fix the plane, or they need to wait for something. I don't know why flights get delayed. They need to wait for the weather to chill. Like, don't worry about it. There's circumstances that just need to pass. The storm just needs to pass, and then everything's gonna be fine. And this storm is maybe your sign that it's time to rest. This is not a sign that it's time for you to push harder. So relax, knowing that this is secured for you, and slow down. Yeah, so let's move on now to the moment we've all been waiting for, and that is the timing. I have been intending for this part to pull 3 different cards, one short-term timing, one mid-term timing, and one long-term timing, because everyone is asking about different things. Some of you guys are asking about smaller things or bigger things, or things that naturally take less time, or things that naturally take more time. So in order to provide an experience that can resonate for as many people as possible, I will be pulling for several timings. So you are free to claim just one of the timings that come out based on your intuition, or just based on your common sense of what situations like yours, how much time situations like yours naturally take. Or you can also claim all of them if that feels right. You could claim all of them as, like, for example, the timeline of various steps in your journey. So It might come out a little bit differently than that because that's just how readings go sometimes. I feel like in a lot of the groups we've gotten more cards than 3, but that's my original intention. So let's start off with a card for the short timing, and we have the 2 of Swords. Wow. Okay, for some of you guys, this is like literally 2 days, which is very, very soon. But swords are the fastest. Swords are the fastest of the suits. I just saw 1441, by the way, on the camera timer, so you definitely have angelic support in this situation. Yeah. For some of you, what you're thinking about is happening in the next 2 days. This could also be 2 weeks, but swords does tend to be pretty freaking quick. So let's get a card now for the middle time, and we have the Chariot. So even more indication that things are happening quickly for this group. Swords are fast. The Chariot is quite fast as well. And then we have, some of you guys are, maybe many of you guys are asking about travel or like opportunities for travel, because we have planes here, we have a flying magic carpet here, we have a boat here. I'm getting travel vibes, or like something is traveling to you, like a, I don't know, like a package or something like that. But we have the number 7 here. Is this 7 days? We have like, this could be 2 to 7 days. It could also be 2 to 7 weeks, but I really don't get the feeling that this is that long at all. And then let's get one for a long-term timing. How many is that? 2? We can do that. We can take 2. Okay, so we have the 2 of Rings, which is the 2 of Pentacles, and then we have the Moon with the number 18. So what I'm seeing for this, the 2 of Pentacles makes me think of 2 years, so then 18 makes me think of like 18 months, aka a year and a half to 2 years. So I know these time frames are vastly different, so this will likely depend on like what you guys are asking about. An example that I gave in the intro and in some of the other groups is like, if I was asking, like if I'm asking, okay, I use this one for the last group, like if I'm asking when I'm going to have a child and like I'm not even with child yet, these will not make sense for my situation, but like 18 months to 2 years could make sense for that. Whereas if I'm asking like, when is the tarot deck I ordered gonna arrive? It's probably not 2 years, at least I hope not. It's probably more something here, like 2 to 7 days or something like that. So this is just to accommodate all of the various things that you guys are asking about. But the shortest time frame we have 2 to 7 days, the longest, the middle one we have 2 to 7 weeks, and the longer one we have anywhere from a year and a half to 2 years. So yes, those are all the messages I have for you guys, group number 6. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post weekly pick a card readings as well as new moon and full moon readings. That will be linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment. And I also have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song. So if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. Group number 6, I'm sending you guys so much love to whoever might be on the other side of this situation, and much love to your spiritual team as well. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye! Hi number 7s, so if you guys chose the Celestite heart, This is going to be a reading all about when the event you're thinking of is going to happen. If you guys haven't watched the explanations and disclaimers in the intro of this video, I would recommend that you do watch it just so that you can get the most out of this reading. But this reading is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to start off by taking a look at the energies surrounding the situation you're asking about. So basically, we're going to see how the situation is progressing, if the energies are moving smoothly, if there are maybe some blockages going on, and we're also going to look at your energy versus the energy of whoever or whatever might be on the other side of your situation. And then we're just gonna get right into the timing. So with that being said, let's start off with the Rainbow Heart Tarot to see what's going on in your situation. All of the decks that I use today, we're gonna be shuffling in real time. So use this time to focus on what it is that you're asking about. This deck is so thick, so it's really hard to shuffle. Ooh. Okay, group number 7. That sounds so weird to say. Has there ever been a group number 7? I think I've only ever done up to 6. I think. Congratulations on being my first ever group 7s. You will always have a special place in my heart. Group number 7, what is the dominant energy surrounding their situation? Okay, we have the 4 of Cups here. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna think we need, does that make the lighting better? I don't know, it's getting dark outside, so there's not much you can do. But this is very interesting. So in your current situation, I do see, oh, okay. This could be you, this could be somebody else though, if your situation involves another person. Basically, I see someone who is feeling discontent with their current situation. They're feeling maybe a bit bored or unhappy with the way that things are. Meanwhile, there is something right in front of their face that could change this situation, that could make them happy. But they're either oblivious, they're either not seeing it, or for some reason they are stubborn and they are refusing to see it. So it's like an opportunity is right in front of them, or an offer is right in front of them, or something that would make them happy is right in front of them, but they're just sitting there like, man, if only my situation were different. There's something that this person is not seeing. So in the case that this is you guys, and maybe we'll be able to figure this out when we pull like the next cards, the you versus them sort of thing. But if this is you, this could almost be Spirit hinting that this event you're asking about, like when is it gonna happen, Spirit saying it could literally happen right now, or it could literally happen tomorrow if you just see the opportunity in front of you. So let's say, this is just an example, let's say you guys are asking like, when am I gonna see Bob again? And Spirit's saying like, hello, you have Bob's number, like you can just text Bob and figure out a date with him. Like, I'm literally giving you this opportunity right in front of you, and you're just sitting there like, oh man, I really miss Bob. I wonder when I'm gonna see him again. It's that kind of vibe. I think you guys can understand. Of course, you guys could be asking about so many different situations, but if this is you, Spirit is saying like you literally have an opportunity to make this happen as soon as you want it. Like, why are you asking? That's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. But this could also be someone else's energy. So maybe this is Bob. Maybe you guys have been reaching out to Bob, trying to check up on Bob, trying to see when Bob wants to hang out. And Bob is just sitting there like, man, I really like group number 7. Like, I wish that we could be in a relationship. I wish that things would get moving with us. And Spirit is like, hello, group 7 literally just texted you. Like, what are you talking about? So So this could be you, this could be another party involved in the situation, but someone's kind of like not seeing what is right in front of their face. So with that, let's go further into this energy check and do a little good old-fashioned you versus them. I'm using the Intuit Tarot for this part, and I am going to be looking at reversals because this is a super cool deck that has like explanations for both the upright and reverse position. All right, so let's get a card to represent your energy. We have the Ace of Wands in reverse, needing an outlet. This is giving me kind of frustration vibes. Inception, emerging ideas, bubbling under the surface, many ideas, lacking direction. Okay, so I do want to mention that the Ace of Wands can talk about like creative projects, success in a creative endeavor, or career advancement, but we also have a ring here, so it could be indicating like a romantic or business commitment as well. I don't necessarily want to be like guessing what you're asking about, but that could be a confirmation for some of you. Okay, so some of you guys, I'm feeling frustration. If this is your energy, I feel like some of you are well aware that you have opportunities in front of you. You just don't know how to navigate them. Like, you just don't know where to start. Like, let's say you're a musician and you want to become a successful musician. You know that spirit is in front of you saying like, hey, get started on your work, start putting yourself out there. Like, you know that, you see that, but it's like, yeah, but like maybe you get overwhelmed when you're in the creating process. Maybe it's frustrating because you have so many ideas and you don't know where to start. Maybe you have abstract ideas and it's just really hard to figure out how to like get them out as a concrete, cohesive project. Maybe you don't know which platforms to use. Maybe you don't know which resources to use, which softwares to use. It's too much, it's too overwhelming. Or maybe you lack confidence sometimes, or maybe you lack motivation. So some of you guys, it's not that you're not seeing it, it's just hard to act on it. You know, the Ace of Wands is very like, go for it, taking action, grabbing life by the horns. And here there's like, it feels like there's a blockage there. So it's like a lack of confidence, a lack of knowledge, a lack of motivation. But I feel that frustration. It's like, I want to do something, I want to get something out, but like I can't. Something is blocking me, something is stopping me. So there's a bit of frustration on this end. Now let's take a look at the energy of the other side. So this other side, this could be a person, a group, a company, a place, an opportunity, whatever is on the other side of what you're asking about. So here we have the Page of Coins and we have the message laying a foundation, setting goals, grounded, great prospects, study of magic, interesting. So maybe someone's getting into spirituality on this side. Good news, works hard, ambitious, and faithful. I also want to point out we have fire sign energy on this side, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and earth sign energy on this side, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And in the middle with the Four of Cups, we have Moon in Cancer, just in case that's relevant or in case that is a confirmation for you guys. This is really nice to see. It's nice to see that we have a very solid and sturdy energy on the other side, because this tells me that whatever is on the other side of your situation is not going anywhere. Like, it's always going to be here for you because this is something that is meant for you. But I feel like some of you guys are getting like frustrated or impatient, but everything is going according to plan. So maybe some of you guys are being like a little bit too hard on yourselves. And this is kind of something that something that I spoke about with a previous group, I forget which one it is, but sometimes we need to like zoom out and look at the bigger picture of the situation and remember that there's other pieces of the puzzle involved than just our situation. So, you know, maybe Bob is going through some things right now, but he's steadily working through them. Or maybe the opportunity that is meant for you doesn't exist yet. So like back to the example of that frustrated musician who's like, I don't know where to start. I don't feel inspired by anything. That's okay. Maybe there is like an agency that you're meant to join, or like a platform that you're meant to be on, or someone you're meant to collaborate with, but they just haven't found you yet. So if you're lacking that inspiration, there's no need to beat yourself up. It's like, if it just hasn't clicked yet, that's okay. There's a lot of different ways to interpret this, but basically I feel like you guys are like getting frustrated or feeling blocked or being hard on yourself, or you're lacking inspiration or motivation towards this thing and feeling bad about that. But Spirit is saying like, don't worry, everything is moving steadily on the other side. Everything is making progress on the other side, and it will find you, or they will find you at the right time. I also think that whatever or whomever you're pursuing here, you will have a really promising future with it or with them. It's like, I want to say it's made for you. It's good partner material for you. It's really going to help you on your path towards your financial goals, towards your professional goals, and really towards becoming the person that you want to be. So I think that you guys are really right on the money with what it is that you are pursuing. And it's just, yeah, I guess don't beat yourself up about this energy, because when the time is right, when you feel the spark, you'll know and you will go for it. Yes. All right, so now we are getting to the moment that we're all waiting for, which is the timing of when this event is going to happen. So I have been trying to stick to pulling 3 cards. It hasn't really been working. We've had extra cards for most of the groups, but basically in general, I will be pulling a short-term timing, a mid-term timing, and a long-term timing. And it will be up to you to pick which timing you would like to claim. This could be based on just what intuitively feels right, or it could be based on the knowledge of your situation and just like common sense, because you could be asking about a pretty small thing, you could be asking about a very big thing that takes more time. Or if it feels right to you, you could also claim all 3 timings as like different steps in your journey. Like this step is going to happen here, and then this step is going to happen next, and then this step. So it's really up to you which of these timings you feel called to claim and how you wish to interpret them. But I wanted to provide multiple because we do have a reading where like everyone is thinking about something completely different. So to create something that resonates for as many people as possible, this is how we're gonna go forward with this part. So let's start off with the short-term timing for group number 7. And we have the 10 of Cups. The middle term is the 8 of Rings, which is the 8 of Pentacles. And for our long term, we have Justice, and we have the Dawn of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, and we have Inspiration and Potential, which I really love because I feel like here you guys are like lacking a bit of inspiration, or just feeling down, just feeling kind of like maybe you guys are in a rut or in a funk of some kind, and this means that your inspiration is coming and a new beginning is coming for you. Now, I feel like what you guys are asking about, it will be a year at the latest. I think that this will happen for you within a year. Now let's look at the shorter ones. So with this 8 of Rings or 8 of Pentacles here, because Pentacles tend to indicate larger units of time, I would say that this is likely talking about 8 months. And then for the shorter time frame, I feel like this will be talking about 10 weeks because cups also tend to be longer units of time. So that's roughly 2 to 3 months. Now, depending on your situation, if that is something that literally just does not make sense for your situation, then this can of course be 10 days. So those are the time frames that I would give for you guys. 10 days, 2 to 3 months, 8 months, and 1 year. That is what I have for this group. But just talking a little bit about the meaning of these cards, 10 of Cups, we have abundance and attainment. This talks about every last thing that you want coming true. This talks about you reaching your happy ending and being full of love and being full of emotional fulfillment. We have the 8 of Rings, resourcefulness and positive potential. This can talk about you developing a healthy routine that you feel very good in, and also reaping the rewards of your consistent efforts. Like your hard work is really paying off. And I feel like Justice talks about that as well in this case. It's like you're feeling very happy and contented and at peace because you're motivated with what you're doing, and you know that whatever you put into it is what you're gonna get out. So like your efforts are paying off. Whatever's on the other side, it's reciprocating with you, it's in harmony with you, it's in balance with you. So like if this is a relationship, these are both counterparts working hard, putting equal effort into the relationship because they know that they're going to get the same out of their partner, and that makes them feel very happy and fulfilled. Of course, this could also be like your job, your craft. You feel really good doing this because you know that like your hard work is meaningful, it's fruitful, it pays off, and that just brings you so much peace, and that just makes it so rewarding for you. And definitely with this Page of Wands, in this next phase of your life, you're going to be full of life, full of vitality, which is quite a contrast from the 4 of Cups and the Ace of Wands in reverse. I love to see that. And just full of ideas and creative inspirations. So things are definitely looking up for this group. I can tell that you're in something of like a rut, in a funk right now. You could also be feeling kind of frustrated, or even feeling a bit guilty or hard on yourself because it's like you know that there's opportunities right in front of you, but you don't have the confidence to go for it yet, or you haven't figured out how to go about it yet, and that's okay. And I'm sorry if I was being a little bit hard on you guys in the start, with Spirit being like, hello, go for it. But no, take your time, because whatever it is that you're pursuing, or whomever it is that you're pursuing, they're going to be there waiting for you. This is not something that's going to pass you by. So be patient with yourself as you get out of this rut, and you'll know when it's time to take the inspired action towards this, okay? So yeah, never mind me at the beginning of this reading. No stress. No stress, no rush for this group, okay? So group number 7s, those are all the messages I have for you. So I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that. And you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post weekly pick a card readings as well as new moon and full moon readings. I just suddenly got overwhelmed with this emotion of like, I never had to be that hard on myself. I never had to push that hard because everything was already written for me, destined for me. I just had to open up and allow what was meant for me to come find me. Ooh, and I feel chills when I'm saying this. Wow. Anyway, I forget where I was in my outro, but I think I was talking about my Instagram, and you can follow it if you want. The link is in the description, as well as the pinned comment. And I also have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song, so if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. Group number 7s, my very first. Thank you for being my first. I wouldn't have wanted anyone else to be my first. Group number 7. heavens. And I'm sending you lots of love, and much love to whomever might be on the other side of this situation. Much love to your spiritual team as well. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye. Hi number 8s, my very first number 8s ever. If you guys chose the red cat's eye, this is going to be a reading all about when the event you're asking about is going to happen. I love cat's eye, it's so cool. I don't know if like the camera's doing it justice, but the way the light hits it is really cool. So if you guys haven't seen the explanation disclaimers part in the intro of this video, I would recommend that you do watch it just so that you can get the best out of this reading. But the reading today is going to be pretty straightforward. We're going to start off by taking a look at the energies that surround the situation you're asking about. So basically we're going to see how things are progressing. Is the energy moving smoothly? Is there some blockages going on? And then we're going to take a look at your current energy versus the current energy of whatever or whomever is on the other side of this situation. So like the person, the company, the opportunity, the place, whatever it is that you guys are asking about. We'll do like a you versus them kind of situation. I just saw 111, by the way. And then we're just gonna get right into the timing. So yeah, it's quite straightforward today. We're gonna start with the Rainbow Heart Tarot. And all of the decks that I'm using today are going to be shuffled live. So take this time to focus on what it is that you're asking about. Wow, can I just say that deck shuffled very nicely for this group. This is a pretty thick deck, and thick decks are quite hard to shuffle, but that was she did a good job for you guys. Okay, so we have 2 cards coming through here. We have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords. Wow, so we have 2 aces coming through, which that's awesome, but that's also really cool because I saw 111 on the camera timer before, and now we have 2 1s coming through. So I guess this must be a very important number for you guys. Maybe this is a number that you're seeing everywhere, or you will start to see it a lot when this event is about to happen. I do just want to mention that Wands and Swords are the 2 faster suits of tarot. So the event that we are looking at in this reading, it's probably something that is going to happen sooner rather than later. But the fact that these are coming through, it definitely tells me that you guys are ready for this new beginning, and this is something that you are actively manifesting, and the universe is responding to your wishes, to your intentions, to your actions. With the Ace of Swords here, you guys will likely receive some communication about this situation very, very soon. And this is going to be direct and clear-cut communication. So it's not communication that leaves any second guesses. I feel like I've been using the example of packages shipping a lot today just because it's something I dealt with recently. But for an example, the clarity and directness that the Ace of Swords talks about is like, if you were checking on the status of your package, this wouldn't be a response like, "Hi customer, we are doing our best to get the package to you as soon as possible." It would be like, "We're expecting it in 3 days." Like, it's like very clear, it's very specific, it doesn't leave any confusion for you. Or, you know, like someone reaching out to you and explaining exactly their intentions, exactly their feelings, exactly their actions from here on out. Basically, this is no half-assed communication or vague. It's very, very clear, and I feel like it is going to restore your hope and restore your excitement about this situation. So some really good news is coming soon with regards to whatever you are asking about, and it's really gonna like fire up your passion and make you excited. And it's interesting, like, it's really being illustrated here because, like, the Ace of Swords is on the side of the other party. So the communication is coming from them to you. And then the Ace of Wands, that's like the spark, the passion, the excitement, that's on your side. So it's your turn to get some communication. It's your turn to get some good news here. So let's move on now to the Intuit Tarot to do our you versus them energy check. I am going to be taking reversals for this deck because it has distinct explanations for both positions, which is super cool, and I want to use that feature of the deck. Okay, so that came out really quickly. Oh my gosh. And we have the World in the upright position for your energy. End of a chapter. Achievement, success, sense of belonging, accomplishment, integration, wholeness, fulfillment, and travel. So, I mean, if there's a card that's telling you you're gonna get your desired outcome, it's this. That's awesome. And I love that sense of like completion. I love that sense of fulfillment. I feel like you guys are getting a lot of clarity very soon. Okay, so let's also pull a card for the energy on the other side, whether that's a person, a company, a place, an experience, an opportunity, whatever it might be that you guys are asking about. And we have the Two of Swords, and it says frozen with indecision, unclear path, withholding, avoidance, stalemate, obstacles, impasse. Interesting. So this is current energy. At the time that you are watching this video, I feel like there's still some confusion going on the other side. It's like, I feel like this is you waiting to hear some news or waiting to hear some communication. And the reason you haven't heard it yet is because on the other side, like they hadn't made their decision yet. So an example of this, and this is not necessarily your situation, but just an example to illustrate how this energy would apply to a real life situation. Like, let's say you guys are waiting for a job offer and you haven't heard from them and it's been quite some time. So maybe you're starting to get like discouraged, like maybe they don't want to hire me, maybe they drop me. But this Two of Swords is indicating like, no, we just haven't made our decision yet. Maybe something else came up that they had to deal with first, or maybe it's just like it's been a really long deliberation process, but things have not been set in stone yet. In the case that this is something more personal, like this communication is not coming from a company or an organization, but it's just coming from like one individual that you're dealing with, like in a personal relationship, for example, I feel like they are still kind of working out how they want to communicate with you. They haven't decided how they want to present themselves to you. So like, for example, this is someone who they want to come forward and tell you how they feel, but they're still not sure how to do that. Or they still haven't decided if they want to. Some days they really want to, and then other days they're really scared. And so they're kind of in this limbo. They're kind of on the fence about it. So kind of two different interpretations. I think it really depends on the situation that you're asking about. If this is a matter of someone's like feelings and emotions, then I think that they're still kind of on the fence about what they want to do and what they want to come forward. And I just want to be clear that this is out of fear, like, because in the end they are coming forward and you're feeling very excited about it. So this is just like I'm undecided. Some days I want to tell them and then other days I'm afraid. But if this is like something about like a more official process or like, you know, hearing news or hearing results of something, I feel like it's still undecided. So it's not like no news is bad news. No news is good news. No news means you still have a chance. No news means you still have a chance. Yes. So, but I mean, it's not just you have a chance, you are gonna get it. We see this with the world here, with achievement, with success, with accomplishment, with fulfillment. So, dun, 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 now it's the moment we have all been waiting for. We are going to see the timing of this. So my original plan for this part was to pull 3 cards, but that just hasn't been happening. A lot of extra cards have been coming out. So we're just gonna let Spirit pull as many cards as they want. This was even originally supposed to be 1 and it ended up being 2, and that's fine. We let Spirit do whatever she wants here on this channel. So basically, I want to provide for you guys a short-term timing, a mid-term timing, and a long-term timing. Because of the nature of this reading, I don't know what you're asking about, and you could be asking about so many different things. There are certain things where short-term timing will not make sense. There are certain things where long-term timing will not make sense. So based on your knowledge of your situation and what you're asking about, it will be up to you to use your intuition or your common sense to discern which timing out of these is for you. Or if it feels right for you, you could claim several or even all of these timings, because maybe what you're asking about has different steps to it. So you could think of these timings as like a timeline. You know, the next step is happening here, and then the one after that here, and the one after that here. However it feels right to you. So group number 8, let's start off with your short timing. We have the 8 of Swords. Oh my gosh, and it says overcoming fears and self-entrapment, which is so interesting because I feel like for some, that's what's going on here. Like someone wants to come forward, but they lack confidence and they have to overcome that fear. Then for the midterm, we have the 4 of Swords. And for the long term, we have the King of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups. Okay, so starting over here with the 8 of Swords and 4 of Swords, these are both likely pretty fast because, like I mentioned before at the very first part of the reading, swords are actually the fastest of all of the 4 suits in tarot. So I feel like most of you are gonna fall somewhere over here, and maybe a select few of you are gonna be over here, and that will likely be for those of you who, like, the nature of your situation is just like a more long-term goal, or it's something like really, really big that takes a lot of time. But over here, I feel like this 8 of Swords is talking about 8 days, and I would even abbreviate that to like a week. So for the shortest time frame for you guys, something is happening in this situation within a week. And then with the 4 of Swords here, for our middle time frame, we have 4 weeks, which I could roughly say as a month. So most of you, it's going to be either within a week or within a month. But for those of you who are asking about something bigger, or just like based on where you're at in your situation, you know that it's going to take a longer time than that. I feel like this is probably 5 months then, because swords are shorter units of time and cups is longer. The fall season could also be significant because we do have pentacles here, and pentacles are associated with the season of fall, unless you're watching this in the season of fall. Because I do think for the longer time frame, it's going to be at least like 5 or 6 months. But even that is not so long. Even that is not so long. If that really, really still doesn't make sense for you, like for example, if you're like, when am I gonna have a baby, and you're like not even pregnant right now, 5 months still doesn't make sense. This could also be 5 years. But I don't get the feeling for this group. Like, I feel like most of you are asking about something that's gonna happen soon, just because of like this Ace of Wands and Ace of Swords, and like the new beginning's coming and we're really excited. Whatever you're asking about, you're getting some good news about this situation very, very soon. So I will leave you guys with that. And also, I feel like this is the shortest reading out of all of them, so short time frames for sure for this group. Group number 8. Those are all the messages I have for you, so I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you very, very much for letting me do this reading for you. I hope you have a wonderful day or night whenever you're watching, and I wish you all the best. Please take good care of yourself, stay healthy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you feel like doing that, and you can also follow me on Instagram, where I post weekly pick a card readings as well as new moon and full moon readings. That will be linked in the description as well as in the pinned comment. And I have a music channel. The song that you guys heard at the very start of this video was an original song, so if you're interested in listening to the full version of that song or any of my other ones, the music channel will be linked down below for you as well. Group number 8, I am sending you guys so much love, and much love to whoever might be on the other side of your situation, as well as to your spiritual teams. Once again, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate your support, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!